this tangent vector. So today I will use this result, the part D. The tangent vector can be this unit tangent vector in terms of arc length s. This is the formula for unit tangent vector. It is denoted by capital T equal to dr by ds. R is a parametric representation and s is the arc length. And in the last class we already seen how to define the line integral over the curve C. So this is the formula for line integral when f is a scalar field. So line integral of a scalar field small f over the curve C is given by this, and we have seen one example of this. And we have also seen that line integral over a vector field also.
Sir,
Yes.
the line physically line what represents?
Yeah. So I will show you. Don't worry. So we are integrating a function over a curve. So this is when f is a vector, then this is the formula. If f is not a vector, it is a scalar, then this is the formula, this one. So this formula when it is scalar, here norm of r dash t dt is given. When it is a vector, then this is the formula for line integral. So now we'll see some equivalent form of line integral. So here f dot ds is given by, if t is a parameter, this rt is a parametric representation of this curve C, then f dot ds is a to b f, the value of function at that parameterization point rt, dot r dash t dt. And one example we have seen this. So today we'll see the equivalent form of this line integral in vector field. So these are the equivalent form, all are have the same meaning. So suppose you want to calculate line integral, if you calculate this part E or part A, all will give the same answer. So I will prove all are same. So out of this A, B, C, D, E, which form is same as this formula? So this formula is written a to b f at rt dot r dash t dt. So out of this, which one is that one?
C.
So I will write, yes, C. So I will write that one here. So it is written f a to b f of rt r dash t dt. So integral f, this is the value at rt, and here r dash t dt, and this r dash t means dr by dt, this one. So this C is the actual definition of line integral. So now we will prove from A to E one by one. So the first one, it is written f dot capital T ds, where capital T is the unit tangent vector. So what is the formula for unit tangent vector? This is equal to f dot. So what is capital T? Capital T is the unit tangent vector, and formula for unit tangent vector in terms of arc length is dr by ds. So this is vector, that means it is dr by ds, and this ds is already given, so it will cancel out. So this is same as b, so we'll get f dot dr. So a and b are same. From b, this one, it is same as f dot dr. If you write dt here and multiply by dt here, then it will become the part C. So a, b, c are equal. Now we'll prove d from c and then e from d. So what is r? R is a parameterization. R means something xt I cap yt j cap. This is the parameterization of curve C. Then what is dr by dt? Dr by dt will give dx by dt. Just term by term differentiation because it is a vector. dr by dt, and f is given this one. So what is the dot product of this f? This is r. So I calculated dr by dt, then dot product f dot dr dot product with this dr by dt will come this one, m dx by dt, m into dx by dt plus n into dy by dt plus p into dz by dt, and this dt is already there. So c is equal to d, because f dot dr is, f is this one, m I cap n j cap p k cap, this dot product with this one dr by dt. J cap plus dz by dt k cap. So if you take the dot product, you will get exactly m dx dt plus n dy dt plus p dz dt into dt. So a b c d all are equal, and if you just take dt common, dt will cancel out, you will get the part e. That means for finding line integral, all are have the same value, or all are equivalent, or all are same. So now we'll see what this line integral will represent. What is the meaning of this? So I will give here three things which we can calculate in terms of line integral. The first one is work done by a force. So suppose C is a parametric representation of a curve, and F is a continuous force field over this region containing C. Then the work done in the moving object from A, that is at t equal to A, that point, to t equal to B is given by this line integral. So suppose C is this curve. So this is t equal to A in the parametric form. This is t equal to B. Once you will run from t A to B, the particle will move from t equal to A to t equal to B. So this is the curve C, and R is a parametric representation of this curve. So when we have some force, this F is a force field, that means a three-dimensional or two-dimensional vector. If you apply a force on this particle, then particle will move from A to B. Then what is the work done by that particle from A to B is given by this line integral. So work done by this force from A to B is given by this F dot dr over this curve C. So this is the one application of line integral in physics. So we'll do one example also. So this F dot dr is same as this F dot TDS, or this and this all are same. We already proved. So we know how to calculate this line integral. The same way we can calculate this F dot dr also. So another one is the application of the flow. So if F is a velocity, like here it is a force. If it is a velocity, then this F dot TDS is will represent the flow from A to B. And if both the point A and B are same, that curve is closed curve, that name is called circulation. So in all three, like if you want to calculate work done, you have to calculate this line integral. If you want to calculate even flow, then also you have to calculate this line integral. If you want to calculate even circulation also, then also you have to calculate this line integral. So either you can remember this F dot dr or F dot t, any one you can remember, all are same actually. F dot TDS, F dot dr, even all are same. So the 5 equivalent form is there. So in each case you have to calculate only line integral. But the question is, when it is work done, the same line integral will represent work done when F is a force. If F is a velocity, then it is called flow. And if this both the point A and B are same, like suppose the curve is a closed curve, that means it will be starting and end point both are same, like A equal to B, then it is called circulation. This is the question. The question is, suppose this is the force field and the curve is given by this parameterization. Then question is, find the work done by this force. t is lies from 0 to 1. So in this question, what to calculate? We have to calculate the line integral over this curve C. So what will be the formula for work done? What will be the work done?
F dot dr.
F dot dr. So this one we have to calculate. R parametric representation of this is given. So F dot dr, according to this line integral formula, how to calculate the line integral? It will be F dot ds or F dot dr, everything all are same. So it will the value of function at this r dot r dash t dt. If you do, then you will get the value of this line integral. So this is t from 0 to 1, the value of f at rt dot r dash t dt. If we calculate this, then we will get the value of this line integral. So rt means this is xt, this is yt, and this is zt. So what is the value of f of rt? The function value, this force value at this x, y, and z. So instead of x, we'll put cos pi t. This is the parametric representation. So here x equal to cos pi t, y equal to t square, and z equal to sin pi t. This is the parametric representation of the curve. It is given. So we'll replace this value in the force f. It will give cos pi t I cap. So okay, let me write one by one, then I will do everything. So RT is this one, cos pi t I cap plus t square j cap sin pi t k cap. So we need r dash t, so I will calculate the derivative of this. The derivative of cos will give minus sin pi t I cap, then derivative of this t square will give 2t j cap, and derivative of sin will give pi cos k cap. So this one is the value of r dash t. Now what is the value of f at rt? F is given this one. At rt means x, y, z will replace in the f. Will get cos pi t I cap plus t square j cap, and z equal to sin pi t k cap. So now we have to take the dot product of this FRT with this R dash t, and then we have to apply the limit t from 0 to 1. We will get the value of this line integral. That is same as the work done. So this equality why we are able to do, because all are equivalent form, like this one is the form of B and this one is the form C. So both are equal. That's why I am using this formula. So what will be the dot product? Can anyone tell what will be this dot product?
2t cube.
So here it will come 2t cube. This will come pi times, yeah, this will cancel out. So it will come 2t cube. So 0 to 1, 2t cube dt, and then integrate, you will get the answer. That will be the work done by this force over this curve from 0 to 1. The next question is, you have to, here it is velocity, and you have to find the flow over this helix, and this parametric representation of this helix is given by this. So again we have to find only line integral f dot dr. For flow, formula is f dot tds. Both are equal. That we have seen here. F dot tds is equal to f dot dr is equal to this or equal to this. So all are same. So again we will do here. We need r dash. That will give minus sin t I cap plus cos t j cap, and derivative of t is 1 k cap. Then f at rt will replace this value of x, y, and z in the F will get cos t I cap plus sin t j cap and no x value, and then it is z. So we'll replace z value in place of z. It is t plus y value is sin t k cap. So instead of x, y, z, I replace x equal to cos t, y equal to sin t, and z equal to t. So here it is written z j cap, so that's why t came here, and y k cap, so sin t. So the flow in this case, according to the definition, it is f dot tds. So it is from t from 0 to pi by 2. In this question, it is t running from 0 to pi by 2. F at rt, the same formula, r dash t dt. So what is the dot product of this both two? So this will cancel out. It will give t cos t plus sin t. This is the dot product and dt. Okay, this minus sin t and cos t will also come. That also I have to write. The first term will come minus sin t cos t dt. So dot product will come this cos t multiplied by this minus c sin t, this one, then cos t multiplied by t is this one, and 1 multiplied by sin t is this one. So if you integrate this with respect to t, you will get the flow. So the next application of this line integral, that is called flux. If you have some smooth closed curve, so here the condition is it should be closed. And F is a vector field in 2 dimensions. If it is 3 dimensions, the formula will remain same. We will see the 3 dimension flux is also. Here it is only given in 2 dimensions, but the formula, this one is same. For 3 dimensions, here something else will come. So the flux is given by this, either 2 dimension or 3 dimension. This is the flux formula. But if it is 2 dimension, then this is the equivalent form of flux. If it is 3 dimension, then we will see later what will be the flux. So suppose this C is a closed curve. So I'm just putting the picture of some closed curve. So suppose this is the curve, closed curve. That means starting and end point is same. And n is the outward normal. So one is this direction, another is this direction, the perpendicular to this. So this side is n cap and this is minus n cap, the reverse direction. So here it is written n is outward unit normal. So we know how to find the normal of a curve. We have seen if it is one parametric representation, what is the normal formula? If it is two parametric representation, what is the normal formula? If it is scalar field, then what is the normal formula? So with the help of that, we can find this normal, and we can directly do this. Otherwise, we can apply this formula. So I will prove these both are equal. So if it is 2 dimension, always use the second formula. Don't calculate the normal and all. It is equivalent to this. So what is the tangent capital? If it is one parametric representation, what is the formula for capital T in terms of arc length? Just now we have seen what is the formula for capital T. Capital T is the unit tangent.
dr by dt by
dr by ds.
Yes, it is dr by ds. And it is 2 dimensions. So what is the normal? N cap, that will give T cross K. K cap. So tangent, and this is the outward perpendicular to the tangent. N cap. And this K cap is the Z direction. If suppose this is one direction, it is in XY plane. So this K cap, if you take the cross product P cross K, you will get the normal direction. So what is the t cross k here? So t means dr by ds cross product with k. So this normal we will replace here and we'll see it will come this m dy minus n dx. So what is the formula for r? What is r here? In terms of parameterization, it is in 2 dimensions. So r will have only 2 components. One is xt, another one is yt. If it is 3D, then it is xt, yt, and zt all will come. So r value I am putting here. dr by ds will give dx by ds I cap plus j cap. This is r dr by ds and cross product with k. So what will be the cross product of this r with this k? So I cross k is what?
minus j.
It will give minus j. And j cross k will give I. So this is the value of unit normal. So this normal dot product with this f is given by this one. So what is the dot product of f dot n? F is this one, n is this one.
M dy
So
by
write
dx.
f is m f, and what it will come multiply by this dy by ds, because this is I cap, minus n dx by ds. Is it okay? So m dy by ds, because I dot I is 1 and j dot j is 1, I dot j is 0. So this one is, and this ds is here. So this ds will cancel out. We will get the formula is m dy minus n ds, n dx. So if flux will come in 2 dimension, always use this formula m dy minus n dx. Or you can do this also, both are same. So this is the example. The question is find the flux here. So we'll do this formula. That this means we have to calculate this integral over, this circle is represent, it is closed curve. This C is closed. This is the notation of this integration over the closed curve. So the flux formula is m dy minus n dx. So what is m? M is this one, n is this one, because m I cap plus n j cap. So m value is, this is closed, x minus y dy minus x dx over the. So here what is the curve C? Curve C is the circle x square plus y square equal to 1. So what is the parametric representation of this circle? What is xt and what is yt for this circle?
Sin theta cos theta.
Cos t sin t.
That is in terms of t, cos t
Cos t
and sin t. And t is lies from where to where?
0 to 2 pi.
0 to 2 pi. So now we'll use this all value here to integrate this. So t is from 0 to 2 pi. What is the value of x? X is cos t. So I am putting x equal to cos t minus y equal to sin t. What is dy? What will come dy here? Y equal to sin t. Yeah, it will give cos t dt minus x value is, and then dx will give minus sin t dt. This become plus. So just simplify, integrate, you will get the answer. So it will give cos square t dt, then minus sin t cos t, and this plus t sin t cos t, it will cancel out. So you will get only this. So what is the integration of this? That will give the flux. So you can convert it is 1 plus cos 2t by 2. So I think pi will come. Just verify. So for flux, always use the second one, m dy minus n dx in 2 dimension. In 3D, we will see what is the flux. Is it okay? So we have seen the application of line integral. What line integral will represent? It will represent flux. It will represent work done. It will represent flow also. It will represent the circulation also. So in all case, we have to calculate the line integral only. You can say the application of line integral. So now we'll see one more definition. If F is a vector field defined on region D, and suppose that there are 2 points A and B. In this region D, and there is a one curve or path from A to B. And if this integration of f dot dr over this curve C doesn't depend on path, or it is independent, or its value is always same, then this f is called conservative field. So one path can be like this, passing through these 2 points. This is one path. I'm calling it is C1. Another one is, suppose this C2. One is line joining between this is C3. So any path you will choose from A to B. Suppose this is one more path. So line integral will definitely change. But if line integral for all paths remains same, then this field is called conservative. That means the integration of f over this curve doesn't depend on any curve. It is depending only on these 2 points A and B. Like if we are integrating, suppose like normal integration in real analysis, sin t dt from suppose 2 to 4, it will only depends on 2 and 4. Once you will able to integrate this sin t, you will apply upper limit minus lower limit. It doesn't depend on in between the point. It is something similar to that. The line integral for conservative field is always depends only on the starting and final point. If starting and final points are same, that means that integration value will automatic 0. So that will happen only when if field is conservative. That is the definition of a conservative field. If field is conservative, that means the line integral will not depend on this path. That means it is path independent. So now how we will check this field is conservative? So that also we will see. So this definition we have seen that if f equal to grad phi, if phi is a scalar field and gradient of phi equal to f, then f is called potential function. And there is a relation between this conservative field and potential function. If f equal to this grad phi, then it is a conservative field. That means it doesn't depend on the path. So that is the meaning. That is called the fundamental theorem of line integral. Like in the normal integration, the integration of function is suppose phi, then apply the upper limit and lower limit, you will get the answer. It is exactly same thing is that like that. Suppose in the normal integration, not in terms of line integral, I will prove this also. Suppose the function is given e to the power, or suppose sin t only, or cos t. This is a and this is b. So what is the integration of cos t?
Sin
What is the sin t? So first we will do the integration, we will get sin t. Once we will get sin t, then we will apply the upper limit and lower limit in order to calculate the integration. So this cos t is capital F and this sin t is phi. Then answer will come phi at b minus phi at a. So the question is how to find this phi. That means the integration of cos is sine. How to find here in this line integral. So this one is suppose sine t and this is cos t. That means for any, this is the some kind of anti-derivative and this is the derivative of this, and that derivative means this gradient. So if f equal to grad phi, then no need to choose any parametric representation of this. If you know initial and final point, apply those points, you will get the answer. That means answer doesn't deparameterization any path, any curve between this to this. Just 2 points are enough in order to get the answer. So that is called fundamental theorem of line integral, like we know the fundamental theorem of calculus. So this is fundamental theorem of line integral. For line integral, you can do the integration when f equal to grad phi. That integral will be what? It is integral will be phi. So you have to calculate the phi. F is given, like suppose the question is find this integration. That means you have to calculate this phi. Once you will know this phi, apply the limit, you will get the answer. Like if you know the sin t, apply the limit, you will get the answer. So the integration of cos t is sin t. First you know this, okay, this integration is sin t, then we can apply the limit. So here also the integration is phi, this phi function, and that is potential function. If f equal to grad phi, so we'll see how to find this integration. And that is possible only when if it is conservative field. For conservative field, this f equal to gradient phi. Like every line integral cannot follow this fundamental theorem of calculus. It will follow only when f equal to gradient phi. That means we can integrate, we can say that it is integration of something, but it is not actually integration. It is f equal to grad. Like similar to the integration in the calculus is same as f equal to grad phi in line integral. So now the question is, when we'll say this will happen, first we have to check that it is conservative or not. That is the first question. And if it is conservative, then we have to check that what is, how to find the value of phi. That means how to find this phi. Once we will get the phi value, we can integrate easily. So you'll see some criteria. So the definition of conservative says that this integration doesn't depend on path. So first criteria is that if f equal to gradient phi, then we'll say that it is conservative. So f is said to be conservative if and only if f is equal to the gradient field. That means there exists a phi function such that f equal to grad phi. If it is like that, then we'll say that it is a conservative field. This is the one criteria. Another one criteria that integration is 0, because both the point A and B are for closed curve are equal, and then integration will come 0, then we will say that it is conservative field. And the third criteria is this one, that is coming by solving f equal to gradient phi. So if this criteria will also satisfy, then we will say that it is conservative. So out of these three criteria, which one is easy to do for any given field? So all three criteria will give the guarantee that field is conservative or not.
Closed curve.
So the easiest criteria is that, but this criteria also you apply for any given closed curve. You have to do the line integral. You know how to calculate the line integral. If integral will come 0, then you will say it is conservative. The first one, it is saying that f equal to grad phi. That means you have to find phi such that f equal to grad phi. The third criteria says that for the given field m and p you can easily get, and then verify these three. If this will verify, then you will say that it is conservative. So is this field is conservative or not? That is the question. So this is value of m, this is n, and this is p. So m equal to 2x minus 3, n equal to minus z, and p equal to cos z. So to check it is conservative, we have to say see del m by del y equal to del n by del x. Then del equal to del p by del y, and del p by del x is equal to del m by del z. So if this all three will satisfy, then we will say it is conservative. Otherwise, we will say it is not conservative. this condition. If this condition will satisfy, then it is conservative. So is this conservative or not?
No, sir.
So which condition is not satisfying?
First.
Del m by del y will give 0 and del n by del x will also give 0. So first is satisfying. This is the partial derivative of n with respect to x. This is the partial derivative of m with respect to y. It is giving 0. It is satisfying.
Second condition.
Yeah, del n by del z will give this
Second
one
one.
will give -1 and this one will give 0, which is not equal. So this field is not conservative. Conservative field means it doesn't depends on the path that integral or f equal to something grade phi. So if this is equal, then this is called conservative field and this is called potential field. So I will show you when this one is given how to find the another one. Like if phi is given, how to calculate f. If f is given, how to calculate phi. If suppose phi is given, can you calculate f? That means you have to find the gradient of this phi. So phi is given, calculating f is very easy. But if f is given, how to calculate phi, we will see. So now first I will prove this. If f equal to grade phi, then integral, this line integral is equal to phi b minus phi a. Suppose phi is a function of x comma y comma z. So what is d phi by dt by chain rule? It will give del phi by del x dx by dt plus del phi by del y dy by dt plus del phi by del z dz by dt. And this thing we can write like this: del phi by del x I cap plus del phi by del y j cap plus del phi by del z k cap, this dot product with dx by dt I cap dy by dt j cap plus dz by dt k cap. Can anyone tell what is this and what is this?
Grade
This
phi.
one is the grade phi,
Grade.
and dot product, this one is, it is written dx by dt dy by dt dz by dt. So can we say that this is dr by dt?
Yes.
That
Yes.
means
Yes.
r dash. So from here we can say that this d phi by dt equal to this. In this question it is given f dot dr equal to this. We have to, so if f equal to, that means the f equal to grade phi, f equal to this grade phi. So this dt and dt you can cancel and you can write like the directly d phi equal to this dot dr. If this, then equal to f dot dr, then integration of this is integration of this, and if it is d phi, the integration will come phi, and then you can directly apply the limit, upper limit minus lower limit. So that's why f dot dr integration is here coming phi b minus phi a. And that we can do only we assume this condition f equal to this gradient phi. If this will satisfy, then only we can say that this integration is depends only on this endpoint b and a. That means the field is conservative. So that's why this f equal to grade phi is condition for field is conservative. That means if field is given, you can find the, you can say that it is kind of integration. It is not actually integration, it is kind of integration of this f, and once you know the integration, you can apply the limit. So I'm giving one. So out of this f equal to grade phi, suppose phi is given, can you find f or not? Suppose phi is given x, y, z, then what is the value of f? If phi is given, this is given, the question is find f. F equal to this grade phi, that means this one is
YZ
del phi
I
by del x I cap. So this is easy to do. That means it will come yz I cap, zx j cap, and xy k cap. I will do the reverse question. F is given. Suppose f is given exactly this: yz I cap, zx j cap, xy k cap. Can you find f phi? Answer will come xyz. So if f is given yz I cap plus zx j cap plus xy k cap, the question is reverse. Can you find phi? And if you can find phi, then f dot dr will be phi at b minus phi at a. So in this question, integration of f you have to find. That means you have to calculate the phi. That means you have to calculate the reverse. So we will do this question. F is given. The question is find the phi. Answer will come xyz. So the relation between f and phi is this one. By using this only we can calculate. So I am calculating here. F is given. F is given yz I cap plus zx j cap and xy k cap. This f is given. Find phi. The reverse question. And we know f equal to this one. That means this I cap, this j cap, this k cap. This is equal to f. So can we say that del phi by del x will come yz? Del phi by del y will come zx, and del phi by del z will come xy. So from this we have to calculate phi. So how to calculate phi? We have to integrate this with respect to x. We will get phi. Here we have to integrate this with respect to y, and this one with respect to z. So what is the integration of this with respect to x?
XYZ.
xyz plus some constant of integration will also come. So phi will come xyz. So what will be the constant of integration? If you integrate the first one, you will get xyz plus some constant of integration. Can anyone tell what? So question is clear. I am here in this question. F is given. Find phi, the reverse one. If f is the conservative field, that means f will definitely satisfy this relation. And I'm trying to find phi. So I did the del phi is this one. Compare both f and this, you will get this. And then differentiation of this. Can I take this as a constant as a 7? Okay, so if I will take 7, then what will be the del phi by del x? It will give yz or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I instead of 7, if I will take 8, then del phi by del x equal to yz or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If instead of this constant, if I will take this y, will it give del phi by del x equal to yz?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what will be the constant of integration? Even instead of y, if I will take z also, it will again go back. It will give yz only. So the constant of integration will be
Anything
any
other than
function of
Anything except x.
other than f function of x.
any function of yz except x. So constant of integration will be any function of y and z. So that will be here. So I'm writing here any function of yz f1 of yz, because if you differentiate this, you will get yz only. This is the value of phi from the first one. If you integrate the second one, then what will be the value of phi? It will come xyz, the integration of zx, plus any function of
ZX.
zx. And similarly, if you solve the third one, you will get it is xyz plus any function of x and y. So if we are able to find this constant of integration, we will get the complete phi. We have to calculate the constant of integration, and it is easy to calculate because this all phi are same. So if we compare all, what we will get relation between this constant of integration, because all are equal, all are the value of phi. This xyz f1 yz equal to xyz f2 yz. Xyz will cancel, then it will give a function of yz is equal to function of zx is equal to the function of xy. So from here, can we calculate f1, f2, f3? Yz function is equal to zx function is equal to xy function. That is possible only when if all are constant number. Then only this is possible. So that means f1, f2, f3 must be a constant. Any constant it can be. So the final answer will be xyz plus constant. So that will be the answer. So this is here, you can say write like that, fyz, this is the function of yz equal to zx equal to xy. That is possible only when if f1 equal to f2 equal to f3 equal to some constant. Then if you replace f1, f2, f3, any one is c, some constant, say it is c, then answer will come phi equal to xyz plus c. That will be the answer. So we'll do one more problem. For this function, we will find phi. The first question is show that it is conservative. After that, find its potential function. That means find the value of phi. So how to check it is conservative or not?
dm by dy equals to dz by x.
Yes, we will reuse this result number 3, this result. If this will satisfy, then it is conservative. So m is equal to this one is m, this one is n, and this one is p. Then we will check del m by del y equal to del n by del x or not. Then del n by del z is equal to del p by del y or not. And del m by del z equal to del p by del x or not. If all three will satisfy, then we will say that this field is conservative. So you can verify yourself this field is conservative. Now I will find the potential field, that means phi. If it is not conservative, you cannot find the potential field. If it is given conservative, then you can directly find the potential field. If it is not given, first you have to check that it is conservative or not. That means these three conditions will satisfy or not. If it is satisfied, then only you can find a potential function, that means phi. So for this problem, I will find the value of phi. So this one I am leaving, you can check yourself it is a conservative or not. So now I will do for potential function phi. That means we have to solve this. Solving this is same as solving this. This I cap, this j cap, and this k cap. So if we compare this equal to f, then m value will come this, n value will come del phi by del y, and p value will come del phi by del z. So del phi by del x will be m, that is e to the power x cos y yz. This is del phi by del x Similarly, after comparing this del phi by del y both sides, it will come xz minus e to the power x sin y, the y component, and this one will give the z component, xy plus z. So from the first one, we have to integrate. We will get integration with respect to x. What will be the integration?
e to the power x cos y plus x by z.
So e to the power x integration will remain e to the power x cos y. And what is the integration of yz? It will give xyz
xyz plus c.
plus some constant of integration. What will be the constant of integration?
f of yz.
Yes, f of yz. We can integrate this also, we can integrate this also, like we did in the previous. Or we can do something else also. This phi, we got this phi, we will put this phi here in the second equation and we will try to find this constant. Once we'll get this constant, we'll get the value of phi. This phi will differentiate with respect to y and put in the second equation and compare both sides in order to get this constant fyz. So let us do this. So what is the del phi by del y of this? What is the del phi? And we'll compare this del phi by del y with this second equation. So tell me, what is the del phi by del y?
XYZ.
You have to differentiate this phi with respect to y.
xz minus e to the power x cos y. Sin y, sin y.
So minus e to the power x sin y, and this xyz, the differentiation with respect to y will give xz, and then derivative of this function with respect to y will give del f by del y, equal to this del phi by del y is already given, so we'll put it. From this it will cancel out, it will give del f by del y equal to 0. So what is the value of f? F is a function of y and z. Del f by del y is equal to 0. Then what is the value of f?
Function of x and z.
It will be some function of z only, not x, because it is the function of yz only. It is not a function of x. F is a function of yz. So it will be function of z only. Because if you differentiate this with respect to y, you will get 0. So here I am not writing x comma z because it is not a function of x. It is given function of yz only. So this f, we got a constant of integration, we will put here again and we will get the value, new value of phi. So I am putting this f here in this e to the power x cos y, and then plus xyz and plus this function. So we got this is gz, the constant g of z. So what we'll do, we'll again differentiate this with respect to z in the, and we'll put in the third equation. So that I will do in the next class. Differentiate this with respect to z. That means it will come del phi by del z. This is 0. And with respect to z, it will come xy. And the derivative of g dash, it will give g dash z. And this is same as it is given xy plus z. So it will cancel out. So from here the value of gz equal to integration this of this z square by 2 plus some constant of integration is c. So this gz, if you replace here, you will get the value of phi. So the final answer will come e to the power x cos y plus xyz plus gz. Gz means z square by 2 plus c. That will be the final answer for phi.